These are the FireX model G6 ionization hardwired smoke detectors. Now, I got these new in box. As a matter of fact, here are the boxes for them. Got these from my favorite flea market in Virginia. And I got very lucky there. I have never found a smoke alarm there. I found a carbon monoxide alarm there once, but it was a newer one and I didn't want it. But I've never found any older smoke alarms there. But yeah, I found these. I was literally shocked. I was like, actually, like, I went like, oh my God. And my dad was like, what? So, but here they are. I wired this one up. Wired it. I had a lamp cord. That's the only one I had. The rest are being used up in the attic room for my display wall. But yeah, and you can see it just interconnects. Now, when I can tell that these are being stored, they haven't been used ever. At least I don't think they have, because there were stink bugs all in the box and in the alarms. Now I got all the stink bugs out of this one, but this one still has a few in them. Yeah, so you can kind of hear them in there. I tried to get them out, but yeah, there you can see. You can see the legs of one right there. I tried to get it out, but it just doesn't want to come out. Well, my camera's telling me my battery is low, so I don't have a plug to plug it in, but I guess I'll just make this a little bit shorter than usual. So, these are the model G6, and according to the box, they're catalog number 0406. Now, of course, these are the successor to the FX 1020 series. This is my FX 1020. And the first one that they came out with was the FX 1014, which had no interconnect, and it didn't have a wiring connector. The wires came right out of the back. And then they went to the FX 1020 and the FXW1A and the FXW1, and they had interconnect like this one. And then they went to the the battery version with the piezo horn. They used the same cover, and they went to the FX 1218, which had, oh, sorry about that, it had the green light rather than the red light. It had a battery backup, and it had a piezo horn. And then they had the FXWB-1, which was the battery-powered version of that. And then they went to this design, which is, they called it their style line design. It says it right there. And, yeah, they kept kind of the same design, a little bit. They kept the 3 rows, you can see, except they took away the 6 sections there. And instead of putting the test button on the inside like they did, they put it right on the rings. Yeah, no, they're also much smaller. You can see this one's much thinner, has a much lower profile. Yeah, so a unique thing about these detectors is that, you can see it's a hardwired detector. It doesn't have a battery backup. This was a cheaper model, cheaper than the FX 1218 at least, because that at least had a battery backup. But you can see it's hardwired, but there is no power indicator. Oh, but as you saw, it has a flashing red LED. You just saw it flash. Now that's interesting because it's like a battery-powered smoke detectors have flashing LEDs that flash once every minute or so. And so, I guess that was a way to cut costs or something. So yeah, actually when I turned it on first, I didn't know if it was working or not because I didn't see a red LED or an LED of any kind. And then I pushed the test button. I was like, oh, I don't know, and I pushed it on and it went off and it just scared me. So, and it even says right here on the back, if I can get it to focus. This never works for me. There, right here at the top. Flashing light once per minute indicates power on. So, well, while we're at it, we'll look at the back label. See model G-6. This one's from 1990 because there's the date code. This one has 1990. Well, that one is also from 1990. I checked the date code of that one. And there's this reminder thing for testing. Now, this one, well, this one here with the stink bugs in it, it came with its mounting bracket and the wiring harness. This one didn't. So, you know, I just basically took this one's wiring harness and put it on this one. Yeah. And I did power that one up. I was worried that it was going to false, but it did not false. So, I guess let's go ahead and test it. As you can hear, rather than the code 3 that you would expect it to do, it does the 4-6. It's actually more of a slower 4-6. See the LED flashes. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to plug in the other one, power up the other one. Discharge it. Okay, now if I can just get this wiring harness off with one hand. I did it last time. There. And now put it in with one hand. There. And power it up. And now let's test it. This one has a slower, well, it has a lower pitched pulse. Yeah, it also does the 4-6. You can see this one has the mounting bracket on it. That's what it looks like with the bracket on it. Let's turn this one off now. Discharge it. Come on. There it goes. Now if I can get this thing out. Let me put the camera down for a second. Oh, there we go. Okay, and plug it in to the other one. Okay, I plugged it into this one here now, and I'm going to turn it back on. Should chirp there. Chirped. Test this one. Yeah, that one has a lower pitch to it. Anyway, to get the mounting bracket off, basically all you do is twist. I don't want to do it right now because it's really hard to get this bracket off. But let's show you the box. There's the front of the box. You can see. If you want to read something, you can just pause the video. You can see this one. They're owned by Maple Chase. Then when they were sold to Kita, they changed their design from this design to the design that everyone is familiar with, like the I-12060 and the, I don't remember the model number, but the one with the sliding battery drawer that on the front that slides open like that. There's the back of it. Once again, if you want to read something, just pause. Here's the side of it. Good thing could focus. There you go. So, well, now let's look at the manual here. And now, see, the manual covers, if I could get it to focus, covers model G6, which is this one, model G18, G120, I don't know what those are, H, I don't know what that is, and FX1218, which, as I told you, was the battery, the successor to this one, the FX1020 with the piezo horn and the green light and the battery backup. So, you see, and there's the Maple Chase at the top. Let's take it. I guess we could open it up and show you. Let me put the camera down once again. Okay. See the manual right there. If you want to pause something, you can just, if you want to read something, you can just pause it. I'm not going to go over the entire manual. at least. It has a diagram of where you should install smoke alarms and where they should be. There's this cutout thing, which is like, there's important information, smoke alarm safety checklist. Pin this up close to your smoke alarm in an easy to read location and review both sides of 10. Let me see. What's on the other side? Let's turn it over. There's the diagram for installing. And there's the model FX 1218, like I was telling you about, with the battery backup. Yep. So that's the manual. The other one came with the manual as well. It's the same exact thing. I'm not going to get it out. Let me just close it up here. So that is just about it. You just look in the other box. There's the other manual. So that's it. These are the FireX model G6 ionization hardwired smoke detectors. Thank you for watching.